Good evening, I'm Simon Preston and welcome to the Made4Goal Championship live player draft room. Now it's all about decisions. For weeks, an elite team of sports consultants have been watching, scouting and analysing the island's best footballing talent to participate in the nation's newest footballing platform, the Made4Goal Championship. For the first time, we bring together some of Jamaica's best high school footballers to face off with the top footballers from the Jamaica Premier League. The showdown will happen this Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex in Kingston. Who will win the trophy and bragging rights? The Made4Goal Championship is designed to give athletes national and global exposure, build community engagement, and create a pathway to connect Jamaican football talent to regional and international opportunities. Now, let us meet the experts who will decide the final squad in this live player draft show. Let's go to my immediate left. On the left wing, we have Anthony Patrick, who is the head coach at Innswood High School and Spanish Town Football Club. To his right, we have Janae Robinson, sports journalist. To her right, we have Mario Dekas, sports content creator from MG Sports TV. To my immediate right, we have Keon Broderick, head coach of Excelsior High School. To his right, we have Dwayne Richards, sports content creator at Yardie Sports. And finally, but certainly by no means least, on the right wing, we have Oral Tracy, the host of Sports Commentary. Lady and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you very much for being here. We really appreciate it. Let's get straight to it, shall we? Coach Patrick, let me start with you on this. When it comes to making decisions about talent and players being selected, tell us about the process, about what it involves and what it is like as well.
Well, good night. Thanks for having me here. First thing, you have to look at the player's ability, his awareness, and those are the two key factors. And then you move on from there.
All right. Janae, for you, by the end of the show, what do you hope that fans and also footballing enthusiasts as well will hope to understand about how selections are made within football?
I want fans, thank you for the question,
of course,
but I want fans to firstly realize that these are young players with a lot of potential, and the fact that we are debating about them is because we see that potential. There's stories, there's a lot of context to these players and what they have been doing in the off season and in past seasons. So this is an opportunity to give them another chance to play in the championships, and I want fans to appreciate the story behind the athletes.
Well said. MG, for you, experience, how critical is that in the game of football?
Yeah, it's very vital, and thank you for the question. A really crucial aspect of even what's happening here, we have the schoolboy players going up against players playing in the Jamaica Premier League, and that would actually tell you the difference in the level that they have to step up to. You will find the odd player that can make the step immediately, but majority of them aren't necessarily ready based off the tempo, the intensity, the physicality. These things kind of differ when in regards to the difference in level. So no, in regards to your question, it definitely, this put now in context how both of them can compete, the different levels can compete, and how ready some of these players are to make that step immediately to the Jamaica Premier League.
All right, sounds good. Coach Broderick, as you know, when players get an opportunity, some may grab it with two hands, some maybe grab it with one hand. How can you identify those that will make full use of the opportunity when given that chance?
Outside of the skill set that the players present, based on what we would have done, especially with me and Coach Patrick coaching at the schoolboy level, we would have known some of these players, and we would have known them outside of the field of play. And we know what skill set, yes, but also what they bring to the table as it relates to football, other than just the skills that they actually present themselves. I always have this saying that there are players who can win you games and there are players who can win a championship. And those are the players that I normally tend to go for as a coach, those players who can win you more than just games.
Dwayne, you've watched football all across the island at various different age group levels and different competitions. For you, how long does it take for you to recognize, yes, this is a special talent? A few minutes, a little bit longer than that? How can you say, yes, this is a special talent?
It takes a little bit more than a few minutes to be able to judge what a player will bring and the possibility of advancing to the next level. You have to watch them in different settings, how they handle pressure, how they handle being behind in games and losing games and responding to that. And that's when you can determine the character of a player and whether or not they can actually advance in the game.
Teresa, for you, the idea of the best of high school footballers in Ireland and the best of young players in the Jamaica Premier League, your thoughts?
Before I get to that, can I piggyback on the question
Sure,
I asked?
sure, and then follow up with that, yeah.
Well, for me, there are certain qualities in a player. I don't need to see them more than one. I don't need to see them more than 5 minutes to identify certain qualities. If I see a through pass made from 20, 30 yards, and I see a player dance after that ball and look like he can run almost sub 10, I don't have to see him again to know that ball are fast.
5 minutes.
So it depends on what you're looking for. If I see a player for the first time picking up a ball at the half line and dazzling dribble up to the edge of the 18-yard box, I know that player has the ability to dribble. So maybe I have an extra special eye for talent, but
Yes.
I just needed to get that in.
Yes, quite
The
erudite.
concept itself now.
Yes.
For me, my principle is anything to help with the development and the exposure of young Jamaican players.
Right.
I'll be a part of it. That is why I'm here tonight. This concept, it's new, it's novel, but if you can find 1, 2, or 3 talented youngsters to get an opportunity out of something like this, I would have felt better about myself being here with some people I wouldn't necessarily be standing beside, like my good friend, Mr. Richards here. So it's all worth it for me. But the concept itself,
Right.
it's a little bit tricky because we're talking about, adult professionals now playing against amateur schoolboys. So you expect there to be some disparity in terms of the quality and experience. But we shall see how it works. And Coach Bradrick can work magic.
Right.
Coach Patrick is a proven magician. So we shall see what we shall see.
Indeed, we'll see. Well, 32 players have already earned their place in the Made4Goal Championship. The 16 in the high school team and another 16 in the JPL squad. Now, another 18 players remain, 9 from the JPL and 9 from high school football. But there's only room for 6 on each team. You can also vote during the show on Instagram at Made4Goal Championship for your favorite pick. Your vote will be combined with the draft room scores to decide the final teams. And if you're watching online, we're welcome as well. We're also streaming live on the Made4Goal Championship YouTube channel as well. So we appreciate your support. Well, we'll take a break. This is the Made4Goal live player draft room, and we'll be right back with much more. Stay with us.
Hey, Vinny, is that your lucky song? Too bad. It's his too. And don't trust your boots. They don't score goals on their own in football. You can't use tricks or shortcuts to compete at the highest level. But you can believe in your sweat. That's why Gatorade, the GOAT of hydration, created the #1 formula of electrolytes and carbohydrates developed with scientific precision. Trust your sweat. Is it in you?
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation.
Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer.
I've got it. Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. And that's why we love the game.
We're your partner in color, over 30 years strong, serving Jamaica beautifully, changing lives and leading the revolution with quality products innovated for when you need a superior finish. Edge campaigns are trusted, loved and used by experts in the business of automotive, industrial, decorative and furniture. We have the blueprint to help you create, vibe and live life beautifully. EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Hey, the Maverick! I call all football fans. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony's Paulin Sports Complex is the place to be. The settlement of the argument, who owns the island? It's the big Made4Goal Championship game. Jamaica's best high school ballers versus Jamaica's best Premier League ballers in one massive showdown. Yes, Aya, will experience conquer youth, or will the juniors beat and teach the seniors? Bring out the entire family. Come see for yourself. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony's Paulin Sports Complex, the Arnett Gardens Mini Stadium. Gates open at 4:30. Kickoff time, 7 p.m. General admission, just $2,000. Get your tickets now at www.made4goal.com or get them at the gate before it's too late. Don't miss it. The Made for Goal Championship game, Tony Spalding Sports Complex, this Saturday, July 25. Hey, see you there. Hey, Hey, Vinny, is that your lucky song? Too bad. It's his too. And don't trust your boots. They don't score goals on their own. In football, you can't use tricks or shortcuts to compete at the highest level.
Welcome back to the Made4Goal live player draft room. Now, if you're hearing about Made4Goal for the first time, it's a platform built to support Jamaican sports industry across multiple disciplines and sectors to create new opportunities for athletes. The Made4Goal Championship is an event that brings together the country's top high school footballers and the top Jamaica Premier League stars onto the pitch. The stage is set for Saturday, July 25th, yes, that is this Saturday, at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Tonight, in this draft room, we select the final 6 of who will make it into the high school squad and another 6 for the Jamaica Premier League Under-23 All-Star team. Our experts that you see to my left and right, they will also play a significant role in that when it comes to selection. We now go to our first athlete, and we're going to start from the high school, lady and gentlemen. And the first name we have is Habibi Mohammed of Excelsior High School. Lady, gentlemen, your thoughts as we go into first name with Mr. Mohammed.
I don't know if Keon wants to jump at this one,
I think
but
it is only fitting.
you know, they always say, you want to go?
Yeah, no problem. I think Habi is very good player. He's a winger by nature, has a very good left foot. Technically, he's one of the better wingers in schoolboy football, especially for the upcoming season as well. As it relates to his tactical awareness, being that he is experienced at this position, he's able to play both in the half space and as well as out wide. Physically, you can see it on him that not the most imposing player, but as it relates to the other physical attributes, he is really strong in those areas as well. As it relates to attitude and potential, I think his upbringing in football would have allowed him to improve in these areas, and there would have been some amount of improvement as it relates to his attitude and his ability, his coaching ability per se. Very good player, technically very skillful, and he has an eye for goal. And I think that is one of the key things about Habib Mohammed. Not only that he possesses skill, speed, but he has an eye for goal and will score a few goals for you.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. Ginny, you want to add before we head on to the other names? Because we quite have a lot of names to go through, so probably one more comment we can take on it, if you'd like to.
I wanted to just talk about the attitude and potential as well. I do believe that as a past Excelsiorian myself, you know, when they say the Eagles must soar, this is one of those athletes that I believe we'll be seeing soaring in the next season. So I wanted to add that to the point.
All right. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you have your individual papers where you do your tallying. So as we go through each name, you can be able to put your category. So we'll press on to the next name from the Jamaica Premier League, Joshua Dewar of Tivoli Gardens Football Club. Would like to take that one.
Yeah, Joshua Dewar is a really talented youngster. First time when he was playing for the school on Spanish Town Road. Haile Selassie. Yeah, really, really talented. Made a move to Waterhouse as well. So, with regards to the technical ability, holding midfielder, attacking midfielder, also central midfielder, can play all 3 roles. Very, very good technical ability. And one of the reasons is that he played a lot of street football, so that kind of brought forward into his ability. Tactical awareness, very good, as I said, can play 3 different positions, played at schoolboy level and played also in the Premier League level, and sometimes he played as a striker, so that that builds his tactical awareness. Physical ability, about 5'11", 5'10", very stout, so he does have that attitude now. That's maybe where I can say, because I've had conversation with him, and sometimes when the game is not going how he think it should be going, But overall, I think he's a very good player and has the right attributes.
I just wanted to ask quickly about the attitude thing. Do we call a temperamental player, is that an attitude problem? A player who's emotional, who is expressive? I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Do we would that work against a player?
Yeah, all right. So what happened if it,
For example, for this player, for example.
All right, good. That's a very good question. On a professional level, we realize that when the scouts are here, especially the European scouts, they want to see what happens when the team is down, how you react. How you react when the team concede a goal, how you react when you concede a goal as well, or when you lose the ball, or when a player is doing something that you don't like. So they are looking at that, and if they realize that you're not really coping well throughout the game, you lose focus on the game, and the attitude start come forward. So those are the things I look for.
I also want to add, we know Nikolai Fuller from Tivoli. When he was on international duty, Joshua Dwyer stepped up. He scored 4 goals in 6 games, and for me that shows that you're able to hold the mantle even while the star player isn't there. That is something that I think you want in your team. You want somebody that can hold the fort even when your talisman isn't available. So,
and Joshua is able to do that because of the role that he played at Haile Selassie.
Yes.
He was the leader of that team, that Manning Cup team, for about 3 seasons, and he did well for his team, and there were times when it looked like he would have been able to take them over the hump and get them a trophy in the Walker Cup because of how well he carried the team. And for me, I have time for Joshua. I think that he needs to be given an opportunity. He's on the brink of breaking through, and I think that he should be given an opportunity at this point in his career.
All right, let's move on. Remember to use your papers to make your notes as well, to tally those scores. The next 2 names we have, Devonte Vidal of Manchester High School and Chad James out of Cavalier. One person could take one could take another.
I'd take Chad.
All right. Coach Patrick, how you do? Based on what you have seen. Interesting names ahead, and we still have more to come. Anybody can jump in at any point.
Sure. Vidal?
Sure.
All right, I can take Vidal.
Vidal? Yeah.
Yeah.
Vidal first.
A physical player. Stocky, strong, powerful.
Yeah.
Uses both feet, right and left back. Actually, a solid player. Sometimes they can shift into this in centre-back position because of how physical he is. And based on the fact, he's very tactical. He understands the game. He knows the game. He knows when to go in. He knows when to drop off. Attitude, very good attitude towards the game. One of those players who does do well in schoolwork, motivates his team, and sometimes a few of the players can say he behaves as if he's the captain of the team sometimes.
He's a leader. He is a leader. He's one of the leaders of the Manchester High team. They played in the Yard Sports Challenge Cup last year, and you saw that in him, and certainly he will help the man to my right school.
This
season, yeah, I think that he'll be a key player for them if he's still in school. And I like him. I think that there is a future in football for him if he remains focused and he continues to develop at the rate that he's going now.
Yeah, man, talk a lot. Demands a lot from his team, a lot.
All right. Up next, Chad James.
Chad James, the young boy from Cavalier FC, has experience of playing in the Champions Cup and in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, and I think that speaks for itself, the experience that he has at such a young age. He's also been in the under-20 setup with the likes of Duncan McKenzie, Jamari Clark, players that we've heard about, and is a perfect asset for a coach that wants to chase the game because he has speed. So I think that's something that we can take into consideration. He fits well when a team wants to play under counter-attack, and I think that is why Chad has been amongst those Cavalier boys in that setup with all of that experience. Speed is keeping him around for a reason.
What position he plays? What's his position?
Striker.
Striker, yes.
Striker.
Yes.
Out and out.
Yes.
He's not only fast, he's a willing runner.
Yes.
He chases lost causes, he's contributed goals from his willingness. And Chad is somebody that I've seen from he's 5-6 years old, you know, and he has really dedicated his life to football. And I think his success has a lot to do with his parents supporting him from day one. They've always been there with him, day in, day out, and that is a big contributor to a lot of people's success in all sports. Having that family support, they've always been there for him, And I thought that last season in the Premier League was his real breakout season. He had a spell where he was playing for 90 minutes at a time, and that is when you saw the best of Chad James. I was shocked when he came out of the starting 11, but we don't know what's happening inside of the club. But I think that Chad has a bright future in football.
So once he works on that finishing, I think that is the only aspect that I really think that because tactically he can adjust to any specific position. Once he works on that finishing aspect of his game, he will be incredible. Can run for 90 minutes aggressively.
Yes.
All right, let's next head over to Javor Lawrence. He's next in the lineup from St. Elizabeth Technical and plays right back, left back, and is also a central defender.
It was attributes like that, that's what you want as a coach, because in any season you're going to have missing pieces that you need to have people to fit in, and he brings that to a Stets team that we saw winning the Costa Cup for the first time in a long time. So Rambo is certainly happy to have a player like him in his setup, and I think that he represents also somebody who can continue to develop and to become a part of a squad in the Premier League because of what he brings. His physicality is one of the things, and coaches want that. In the Premier League you have to bring that, and I think he brings that for Stets, and I'm almost certain it is a part of the Stets elite that plays
tier 2
football. So he will continue to develop as a player outside of the schoolboy football window, and that will help him obviously as the schoolboy football season begins next season.
And just looking at the image I can remember Javor Lawrence from the Oliver Shield when Excelsior played against St. Elizabeth Technical, and I can safely say Javor is the only defender within the season that actually was able to keep Kimari Scott under control. So he's a real good defender.
And also both him and his teammate, they did a really good job on Orion Watson as well in the Costa Cup semi-finals.
Didn't see the game, but I have no doubt based on what he did against Kimari.
Yeah.
All right, the last one we have before our next break is Raekwon Stoney of Tivoli Gardens, who plays in left midfield. Thoughts, ladies and gents? This will be the last player we have before we head into the next section. That's Raekwon Stoney of Tivoli Gardens FC, left midfield.
Yeah, and a left back, another tough player. If you look at his stature right now from the image, you can tell that he has the attributes to be a proper defender. And I think that he, in the game on Saturday, should distinguish himself if he's chosen from this draft.
He has the ability to play forward and wing back, so that gives him some versatility as well. That's for Coach Broderick to take into consideration.
Coach Patrick.
Oh, Coach Patrick.
Yeah. Well, folks, this is the Made4Goal live player draft room where we select the final players who will make it into the high school all-star team and the Jamaica Premier League under-23 who will battle each other at the Anthony Spaulding Sports Complex this Saturday at 7 p.m. We will see who will crown the island. Well, we'll take a break and we'll be back with so much more right here.
Hey Vinny, is that your lucky song? Too bad. It's his too. And don't trust your boots. They don't score goals on their own. In football, you can't use tricks or shortcuts to compete at the highest level. But you can believe in your sweat. That's why Gatorade, the GOAT of hydration, created the #1 formula of electrolytes and carbohydrates developed with scientific precision. Trust your sweat. Is it in you?
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation.
Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer.
I've got it. Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. And that's why we love the game.
We're your partner in color. Over 30 years strong, serving Jamaica beautifully, changing lives and leading the revolution with quality products innovated for when you need a superior finish. EdgeChem paints are trusted, loved and used by experts in the business of automotive, industrial, decorative and furniture. We have the blueprint to help you create, vibe and live life beautifully. EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Hey, the Maverick I call all football fans. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony's Paulin Sports Complex is the place to be. The settlement of the argument, who owns the island? It's the big Made4Goal championship game. Jamaica's best high school ballers versus Jamaica's best Premier League ballers in one massive showdown. Yes, Aya, will experience conquer youth, or will the juniors beat and teach the seniors? Bring out the entire family. Come see for yourself. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony's Paulin Sports Complex, the Arnett Gardens Mini Stadium. Gates open at 4:30. Kickoff time, 7 p.m. General admission, just $2,000. Get your tickets now at www.made4goal.com or get them at the gate before it's too late. Don't miss it. The Made4Goal Championship Game, Tony's Paulin Sports Complex, this Saturday, July 25. Hey, see you there! Hey, the Maverick I call all football fans.
Welcome back to the Made4Goal live player draft room. Let's now get back to work. We have our lady and gentlemen on the panel. Let's get straight to the players. Next, we have Darnell Edwards, Harbourview Football Club, and of course, central attacking midfielder. Any feedback? We proceed here before we go to the next name that we have on the list.
I would have had the privilege of coaching or working with Darnell for a few months at Harbourview. And based on the criteria on this list, he has fit those criteria. I mean, technically he's really good. Good first touch, passing, being a central midfielder and a central attacking midfielder. I think he passes the ball really well. There are some areas of improvement in terms of his long-range passes, but in terms of passing those nippy passes, he's very good as it relates to that. Tactically, he is fully aware tactically. You can use him as a number 6, a 8, or even a 10. And that shows his versatility as a player. Now, physically, I know that he struggled with an injury throughout the Premier League season, but I do believe that he's back now fully fit and he's able to represent well if given a chance in this game. And as it relates to his attitude, trust me, he was one of the more coachable players that I had when I was working with him at Harbourview.
Mm. Yeah, and I agree with what you've said. We've seen him transition from high school football at Kingston College to Premier League, and he's brought all of that with him. And the fact that he was a middle distance runner as well, he has that engine in him. Mm-hmm. So he'll run and run and run, and he'll do what the coach asks of him. And his attitude to the game has always been one that he can appreciate as a coach.
Up next on the list, Conrad Messam, Manchester High School, and to use Janae's favourite word, versatility, right back and also central defender as well.
Mr. Leader, he is the leader of the team. This is the man who barks instructions to his team. Very, very commanding. And he has been at the team for a while. He's been playing from, he was quite young. With regards to the criteria, your tactical ability, as you can see, right back, centre back. Sometimes they'll push him in the central midfield. I've seen a game where they're playing against, I can't remember the team name. The game was at Brooks Park, and they were under a little bit of pressure, and they had another defender on, and they pushed him in the central defensive midfield role, and he really adapted quite quickly. So tactical ability is very, very good, quite technical, and the fact that he could put a defender in the middle of the park means that he does have that that technical ability about him as well. Tactical awareness, being able to play right back, centre back, and also sometimes in the defensive midfield role, he also fits that criteria. Attitude. As I said, he is a leader. He does need someone to tell him to sort things out or get things sorted out. Sometimes it's like he's a coach on the pitch. So he does fit all the criteria. Physicality, he can run. He'll run big, powerful. And he does fit all the criteria here with good remarks.
Up next, Damani Miller of Treasure Beach FC, central midfielder.
Well, Damani was in the Cavalier setup. He's versatile in full-back and in the midfield. He debuted in February 2022 in the JPL as a 17-year-old for Mount Pleasant Football Academy. So for me, that is very telling for his ability and the potential that he has. Mount Pleasant does not take up any and anybody. So, so he must have fit some form of criteria. And is versatile on the pitch. So it gives you some options in terms of where the coach sees fit or where he can fit into the team to amplify the result that the coach wants. So coaches, they can consider that one. But I think Damani is somebody I would consider for.
He is definitely a good player.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw him was actually, he was at Mount Pleasant, but he played for York Castle, because Mount Pleasant and York Castle had that relationship, and also played for Brownstone as well in the Tier 2. And that was when I saw him, I said, this youngster, very, very good central midfielder, plays well. And if you watch him during the Jamaica Premier League, he has been vital for Treasure Beach in the middle of the park. And he does have all the right criteria, the attitude, the work ethic, the physical nature, and very, very technical and tactical astute. Knows the game, knows when where to go, knows when to be in whatever position he may be. Really, really good player.
Aldino Walters, Excelsior High School. Coach?
I think with Aldino, I think a fitting picture would be with Aldino with the Manning Cup title and the other. But really and truly, Aldino is one of the upcoming youth players. He would have represented the national team at the U15 level, and he's about to be selected in the U17 team. Probably once he does well in training camp, he's probably on his way to the U17 World Cup. But Aldino was a pivotal part of the defense for Excelsior High School. I mean, the way he reads the game as a central midfielder as a central defender, is far above what his age suggests. And again, he was a pivotal player within the Excelsior team. Physically, he is really strong, even though his age would not suggest that he's a strong player, but he's really strong. And I mean, tactically, we were able to do a lot of things with Aldino. As a central defender, we were able to invert him into midfield. We were able to go back three with Aldino. We were able to be this confident with Aldino with playing just him and Rajan Small in the rest defense. And I think he would have done really well over the past year. And the improvement and the confidence from winning the Oliver Shield and the Manning Cup would have seen Aldino progress and mature even more so coming into this year.
Jaime McGregor, True Juice FC, left wing, right wing. True Juice promoted now?
Yes, he was on loan to Mullines last season. Scored a goal in the Champions Cup for no, that's not Jaime McGregor. His nickname is Poison.
What's her name?
Yes, what a nickname. They said it's Poison because his dribbling skills are venomous. He is an electric winger and didn't really have much of a preseason, but came in scoring 3 goals and 4 assists for Spanish Town FC. He is a live wire for that team. Even though they did get relegated from the JPL, he was one of the main contributors in terms of goals for them. So that for me is telling in terms of his ability. You could call him the talisman for Spanish Town at that time. But he has the ability to be put wherever you want him on the pitch. He is famous for the match against Arnett where they won 2-1 at Arnett Gardens, and that shocked everybody. So that is somebody, if you want to shock up the place, you can consider Mr. Jaime McGregor.
I remember that game, and I remember his performance. You know, Arnett was stunned. The entire Arnett community was stunned that they lost at home, and like you said, he made a big impact in that game. And you need those kind of impact players in your team.
Up next, DeAndre Barnett, St. Elizabeth Technical, central attacking midfielder.
Oh boy, this boy is special.
Oh my.
This boy is special. He was
Oh
one of the
my.
featured players in the other sports schoolboy football magazine. He is so talented that I'm certain that there are clubs that are pursuing him now who want to woo him from St. Elizabeth, because his ability to read the game and the calmness that he brings on the ball, regardless of the situation. He is never rushed. He is never flustered, no matter where he receives the ball on the pitch. And his distribution of the football is exquisite. Short, long, however you want it, DeAndre delivers it. And I'm very impressed with him. Over the last 3 seasons, I've watched him play, and I'm very, very impressed with him. Super talent.
I remember him as well. Very technically skilled.
Yes.
The kind of player would catch your eye.
Yeah.
I remember him.
Yep, still to come, more discussions, and before we end the night, we'll reveal both official Made4Goal Championship squads. Stay tuned for more after this break.
Hey Vinny, is that your lucky song? Too bad. It's his too. And don't trust your boots. They don't score goals on their own. In football, you can't use tricks or shortcuts to compete at the highest level. But you can believe in your sweat. That's why Gatorade, the GOAT of hydration, created the #1 formula of electrolytes and carbohydrates developed with scientific precision. Trust your sweat. Is it in you? Hey Vinny, is that your lucky song?
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation.
Rule number 1 is called football, not soccer.
I've got it. Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. And that's why we love the game.
We're your partner in color. Over 30 years strong, serving Jamaica beautifully. Changing lives and leading the revolution with quality products innovated for when you need a superior finish. Edgecam paints are trusted, loved and used by experts in the business of automotive, industrial, decorative and furniture. We have the blueprint to help you create, vibe and live life beautifully. Edgecam, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Hey, the Maverick I call all football fans. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony's Paulin Sports Complex is the place to be. The settlement of the argument, who owns the island? It's the big Made4Goal Championship game. Jamaica's best high school ballers versus Jamaica's best Premier League ballers in one massive showdown. Yes, Aya, will experience conquer youth, or will the juniors beat and teach the seniors? Bring out the entire family. Come see for yourself. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony's Paulin Sports Complex, the Arnett Gardens Mini Stadium. Gates open at 4:30. Kickoff time, 7 p.m. General admission, just $2,000. Get your tickets now at www.made4goal.com or get them at the gate before it's too late. Don't miss it. The Made4Goal Championship game, Tony's Paulin Sports Complex, this Saturday, July 25. Hey, see you there!
Welcome back. We still have 6 more names to go, so let's get straight to it. We're going to head down Red Hills Road now as we bring up the name Jaheim Rankin of Calabar High School, who plays on the right wing. Lady, gents?
Yes,
Right wing, left wing, midfield,
Everywhere.
everywhere.
He is a culture
and
They
builder.
all seem to be multi-position players.
Yes,
Yeah.
and he scores free kicks as well. The only problem I have with Jaheim is that sometimes this attitude isn't what you want it to be. It blows hot and cold, but everything else that you want from a football player, you get it from him. You know, and he's willing to take the game by the scruff of the neck when it's necessary. But then there are times when you need him to do that, and the attitude isn't what you want it to be. But other than that, he's a really good player, crafty, special left foot, and he can score from far and near and from dead ball situations. So I like him.
Very nice. Gavin Burton, Harbourview Football Club, centre-back.
Gavin has come along. I think that he has had fitness issues, but when he's fit, he can play at centre-back or in central midfield. He did that for Kingston College. He's doing that now for Harbourview. And I think that the time has come for him to prove himself. And I think that this situation will be a good situation for him. Janae?
I agree with you, Yardie, but I do think as it relates to his attitude, I think sometimes that does affect his play. He's not short of talent. I think we've seen that on repeat from high school, even when he plays on the club stage with Harbourview. And I just think if he is in the right frame of mind to go out there and execute, then we'll see the Gavin Burton that we know, right? It can't be a lackadaisical approach. He has to be ready to play some football.
The next player we have, Amani Morrison, Dintill High School, plays both left and right back.
I think he was voted Dintill Player of the Season last year. Very, very talented left back. And also, I think he does have the ability to do checks, so very, very fit. Left foot, right foot. And he is a right foot, a preferred right footer, playing the entire season at left back. And a lot of the times, the overlapping left back. Delivers with the left foot, delivers with the right foot. He's tactical. He fills all the bracket here. His technical ability is superb. As I said, can use both feet. Also can take free kick. Can deliver the ball across, a beautiful cross with right or left foot. His tactical awareness is really good because, as I said, he's an overlapping type of fullback. Can come inside because he's quite technical, sometimes play in the inverted role. If people that watch closely the semi-finals that they play against Glenmuir, he was playing a little bit more in the inverted role last season. Physical ability, very powerful, very, very strong young man, about 5'10", and has the ability to man up, even to play some JPL right now. And attitude, he works extremely hard. He does not complain. He's one of those players, and I can vouch for this player, that he does put his head into the game and put in the work.
Up next, Jaheim Fraser, who plays right wing and also left wing as well. Cavalier Football Club.
Jaheim Fraser has shown us his talent from high school when he was playing with JC. He was on loan with Lions last season, but he can be creative and play across the midfield on the left and the right side, and he has also won the Caribbean Cup, so it shows us that he has range, he has exposure and experience, and that is something that I think every team needs. The versatility, the experience, it's just for him to show up on the day and execute.
We have from Portland, Keandre Wilson. He plays forward for the Port Antonio High School. Player from the East.
Yes, big profile, almost 6 foot, very, very stocky. Not from the picture we're seeing here, no. I guess that picture maybe a little bit far back.
A 6 foot stocky player?
No, yep.
I've never seen a 6 foot stocky player.
Don't I look stocky?
You are not 6 foot.
Yeah, he does have that physical profile, a lot of power. Not the fastest, but he does have the technical ability to compensate for the speed. One of those players I think he's ready because he does have the tactical awareness to make the next step now.
All right, and finally, but certainly by no means least, Mr. Gio Headley, central midfielder, Harbourview. We've seen him around quite a bit.
Yes, magician.
Yes,
we call him the
Dintill
magician.
player.
Former Dintill player, also of stats as well. He does have that, is really, really technical. As I said, when he was at Portmore United, break into the Portmore United team at age 15, and that's where they got the name, the magician, free kick taker, set piece, very, very good at the dead ball, and also has the ability to glide through the middle of the park when he does have the ball at his feet. Now, in regards to attitude, that's where my smaller issue will come in place. Sometimes you don't know if you really have the drive for the game, but definitely on the field of play, it does have all those criteria to get the job done.
We have any Arsenal fans? He reminds me of Odegaard.
Yes.
You'd agree on
Profile.
that?
Style of player.
Yeah.
Is that style of player?
Left-footed as well. Has a wonderful strike.
And can score a nice volley.
Yeah.
Well, still to come the verdict. All 18 players have been listed. The high school squad only has 6 spots, and the Jamaica Premier League squad only has 6 openings. Who are the ones that will be chosen to make the final call in each team to help win the coveted trophy in the Made4Goal Championship this Saturday? Only time will tell. All the voting will take place on Instagram now. Well, it will be closed off shortly. And when we come back, we'll know from our panelists exactly who the chosen ones will be. Join us again. We'll be back in a few.
Hey Vinny, is that your lucky song? Too bad. It's his too. And don't trust your boots. They don't score goals on their own. In football, you can't use tricks or shortcuts to compete at the highest level. But you can believe in your sweat. That's why Gatorade, the GOAT of hydration, created the #1 formula of electrolytes and carbohydrates developed with scientific precision. Trust your sweat. Is it in you?
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation.
Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer.
I've got it. Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. And that's why we love the game.
We're your partner in color. Over 30 years strong, serving Jamaica beautifully, changing lives and leading the revolution with quality products innovated for when you need a superior finish. Edge campaigns are trusted, loved and used by experts in the business of automotive, industrial, decorative and furniture. We have the blueprint to help you create, vibe and live life beautifully. EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Hey, the Maverick I call all football fans. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony Spalding Sports Complex is the place to be. The settlement of the argument, who owns the island? It's the big Made4Goal championship game. Jamaica's best high school ballers versus Jamaica's best Premier League ballers in one massive showdown. Yes, Aya, will experience conquer youth, or will the juniors beat and teach the seniors? Bring out the entire family. Come see for yourself. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, the Ardent Gardens Mini Stadium. Gates open at 4:30. Kickoff time, 7 p.m. General admission, just $2,000. Get your tickets now at www.made4goal.com or get them at the gate before it's too late. Don't miss it. The Made4Goal Championship game, Tony Spalding Sports Complex, this Saturday, July 25. Hey, see you there! Hey,
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation.
Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer.
I've got it. Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. And that's why we love it.
Welcome back to the Made4Goal live player draft room. The Made4Goal Championship takes place this Saturday, July 25 at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Get your tickets at www.made4goal.com and join us for what promises to be one of the biggest football showcases of the year, as some of the best players from high school football will face off with the top athletes from the Jamaica Premier League. Now the selections have gone in. We're going to now look ahead towards Saturday. Coach Patrick, I'll come to you. Looking forward to the weekend?
Yeah, I'm definitely, looking forward to see the youngsters going up against, the best of 23 age group in the Premier League, and to see what they have to offer.
Janae, the best of the best in high school versus JPL, your thoughts?
What I like about this setup is that some of our high school players have Jamaica Premier League exposure, so it gives them the opportunity to show us that experience, as well as show up the JPL players a little bit, if possible, or not, But that's for Saturday, that's for you guys to come out and see, but that's what I'm excited for, just the battle between the high schoolers and the JPL players, because you know, boys and the egos. So I'm looking forward to it.
MG.
Yeah, plenty of time I'll be watching a JPL game and sitting with some of the high schoolers, and they'll say, I can do that, man. So, I look easy. Now the time to see if you can actually do it. Going up against basically it's their peers. So let's see if they can manage that.
Coach, you have the strategy yet for Coach Patrick?
Definitely, I think I have a strong group of boys to compete against the JPL U23, and it's not just about winning, it's for them to go and showcase their talent and their ability, their skill set, and I'm just there to facilitate that.
All right. Yardi?
Yeah, I think this whole concept is a brilliant idea to have the under-23 players from the Jamaica Premier League playing against the high school players. Personally, I don't think it will be a big difference in quality based on the teams that have been selected. So I'm looking forward to the game. I think it will be competitive. I don't think there's any chance of a blowout. And as Janae said, you know, when the ego trips in, the high schoolers are going to show that they can match up. So I'm looking forward to a very good game, because we know that the under-23 players in the Premier League will come with the intention of stamping their class and their authority. So it'll make for a very interesting game, in my opinion.
All right.
Well, as I said before, anything to help with the advancement of young Jamaican footballers is always dear to my heart. And I'm looking forward to unearthing, if it's even one diamond in the rough out of this exercise.
Well, we'd like to thank very much our panel this evening for their discussion, their insight as well. So we truly appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate your time. Folks, to see the complete 22-player squad for both the high school and also the Jamaica Premier League, head over to Instagram at Made4Goal Championship. Thank you very much for all the viewers for watching this evening, and have a pleasant rest of your evening. Bye-bye for now.
We're your partner in color, over 30 years strong, serving Jamaica beautifully, changing lives and leading the revolution with quality products innovated for when you need a superior finish. Edge campaigns are trusted, loved and used by experts in the business of automotive, industrial, decorative and furniture. We have the blueprint to help you create, vibe and live life beautifully. EdgeChem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Hey, the Maverick I call all football fans. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony's Paulin Sports Complex is the place to be. The settlement of the argument, who owns the island? It's the big Made4Goal championship game. Jamaica's best high school ballers versus Jamaica's best Premier League ballers in one massive showdown. Yes, Aya, will experience conquer youth, or will the juniors beat and teach the seniors? Bring out the entire family. Come see for yourself. This Saturday, July 25, Anthony's Paulin Sports Complex, the Ardent Gardens Mini Stadium. Gates open at 4:30. Kickoff time, 7 p.m. General admission, just $2,000. Get your tickets now at www.made4goal.com or get them at the gate before it's too late. Don't miss it. The Made4Goal Championship game, Tony's Paulin Sports Complex, this Saturday, July 25. Hey, see you there!